G'day, I'm Outback Matty from Australia. I'm one of Jamie Oliver's chefs. I'm down here at FishCo Downunder. I tell you what, this is the biggest variety of Australian seafood you will ever see. Just behind me here, we've got everything from snapper to whiting to John Dory. We've even got the largest snapper here and the blue-eye cod. Love blue-eye cod. Fantastic deep sea fish. I'm going to get up one of these pick one of these medium-sized snapper up. Have a look at that. Now that is so fresh. I'm going to go over here and ask my friend John. G'day John, how are you? Look, mate, what can you do for this? Can you fillet this snapper for me? I'll tell you what, now that is service. That is what you call professional service. Oh wow, have a look at the size of that monster. Now that's a kingfish. Mwah. You know what, we're going to get some cutlets out of this bad boy. John, kingfish. Now that is a huge fish. Can you do some cutlets with that?
Anything you want. I'll even cook it for you.
Ah, look at this. Atlantic salmon. I tell you what, look at the size of that. And those gills are nice and red, which means it's fresh. I've got a dinner party coming up, and you know what? I don't get access to this kind of seafood variety. Normally, you know, when I'm out in the outback, I just don't get this access, but here I do at FishCo Downunder. Let's go over and ask John what he can do with this. Have a look at the size of this monster. Have a look at this. Squid, octopus, calamari. We've got some fantastic salmon, mullet. We've got this red fish here. We've also got the sea bring, the school of whiting here. And my friends, the yabbies. I used to catch these when I was younger in the dam at home. Now look at the size of that. Now that's a decent yabby. It doesn't get more fresher than that at FishCo Downunder. Garfish. I used to cook this down in Victoria at Phillip Island. This is fantastic. It's quite a delicate fish. A lot of tender sort of meat inside, so you've got to be a little bit elegant with it. I love it with a bit of garlic and butter just in the pan, as is. Very, very delicious. This one up here is red mullet. It goes fantastic with a, say, a Greek salsa. What I do is I put it in half, I put a bit of smoked paprika on it, a little bit of butter, and I grill it. Get those nice grill lines, eat it as finger food. Fantastic. Sardines. These are fantastic. What you do with them is you grab a skewer and you put it up the tail end of the fish. You can actually put them on a rack and smoke them in the oven with some spices such as paprika, all these little nice spices, a little bit of garlic. Serve it with a salsa verde, which is a chopped mix of like herbs, olives, anchovies, and a good squeeze of lemon juice and olive oil, and it just goes really nice for finger food, especially if you've got guests. But it's only available here down at FishCo Downunder, where the seafood is the biggest variety in Australia, and it's fresh. Wow, now this is variety. This is all your fresh filleted seafood from the whole fish behind us. I tell you what, if you don't have experience in the kitchen, you don't know how to munger a fish, it's about building a relationship with your supplier. Isn't that right, John?
Exactly.
And when you need something done, when you come in and you purchase a fish, you ask John. You ask, say, hey John, can I please get this filleted? And you're happy to do that?
We provide the service, Matty, yes.
That is great. And not only that, if you can't be even bothered, you've still got the selection of all the different types of fillets, the different cutlets, and all the variety here. So it doesn't get much fresher than that.
Exactly. Don't forget the omega-3 factor.
Omega-3, so the healthy oils.
Exactly.
Fantastic for the heart. And because it is all local produce, all Australian, the best in Australia, that's what makes it count.
Exactly.
Well, it doesn't get much fresher than that down here at FishCo Downunder. Seafood is such a good source of omega-3 and all those healthiness, you know, that you can put into your body. And a lot of people are a little bit about hesitant cooking with seafood. They don't really know how to cook with it. They don't know what to do with it. They don't really like it because they've tried it one way and then it tasted horrible. But whereas you can come down here to FishCo Downunder, talk to someone like John, who's a supplier, and John will be able to tell you how to cook it, what it tastes good. But what astounds me is there's like 4 different varieties. You know, you've got your meat, your poultry, your beef, your lamb, all that kind of stuff, and then you've got over 400 different varieties of seafood from all your different textures, flavours, and there's several different ways you can cook it. So I'm sure you could get down here and you could try something new, ask John a question or two, he'll be happy to answer it. But definitely for the young people, I was once young too, and I think it's important to get involved with seafood and try it. What do you reckon, John?
You've hit the nail on the head.
Hit the nail on the head?
That's it.
Look, seafood's fantastic. When I was young, I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't fascinated in seafood. But now I've tasted a few different recipes. I cook a few recipes myself. I've sort of explored the world of seafood with all these different varieties.
Are you on the red wine yet or the white wine?
I'm not there yet, but I will be later.
You are. The more mature you get, the
Yep.
more mature you tend to experience in cooking as well.
Yep. Well, I think you can definitely, when you're a little bit older as well, and you have the complex, you have the diversity to be able to match wines with seafood as well. There's just so much seafood, so many wines on the market, and you know, you can make beautiful recipes and really complement the seafood.
The biggest chefs in the world, Matty, are men. And this is where the taste buds are starting to show,
Yep.
you see? This is the main thing.
Yep, so this is where we come to explore our own
Exactly.
taste buds,
Exactly.
try some new things, whether
Experiment.
it's shellfish, fish, it could be anything. You know, there's just such a big variety here at FishCo Downunder. It's amazing.